CLASP began much of the public interest movement that we now see today. I think people know that they can trust it, that its advice is going to be sound, and that it is going to try to call the shots as it sees them without any inappropriate agenda other than the agenda of helping poor people.
To have CLASP as an organization committed to these set of issues, to provide the kind of work and background and information and data to help us make our case, I can't even begin to describe how valuable that's been.
So CLASP has a unique role in advancing anti-poverty policy and initiatives that make it a national treasure and an indispensable resource.
CLASP is one of the few organizations that speaks to state-level administrators, speaks to policymakers, speaks to people at the federal level, and speaks to advocates.
CLASP is a social justice organization that does the tough work of thinking about that at the policy level and does the authentic work of connecting it to the real issues in community.
What CLASP does so effectively is brings the voices of people around the country who are working every day to provide services to particularly vulnerable families, brings those voices to Washington and translates those experiences into recommendations for policymakers that they can use to make real change.
I very, very much support many of the recommendations that have been made by the Center for Law and Social Policy.
Public policy is not the sexiest thing in the world, but I can tell you it is just as valuable as some of the other supports we get, whether they're monetary or otherwise.
There's been so many people, thousands and thousands of families that have been impacted by the work that CLASP has done that'll never know their names, never really truly understand the work that they've done, but their lives are better for it.